I'm Lauren Smith. I wouldn't exactly say I'm at the punk rock show, but I'm at the place where it all begins. Today we're going to interview local bands, their fans, and the people who help them succeed. So let's take a look at these future stars and what they have to say about their music.
My name is Chris, and I play lead guitar in Massillon Sid, and I sing and scream a lot because it's fun, and I get messages out to the public. Well, the band started actually prior to when I was in the band. I used to be in a band called Spitting Onions, and we were around probably about 3 years before I hooked up with the Sid Kids, and they were doing a three-piece band. They were had the same kind of ideals and the same kind of message that Spitting Onions had, and we used to play a lot of shows together. And Spitting Onions was given a couple offers from some large record labels. And our bass player wasn't really into moving along to doing the whole touring thing. He didn't want to leave his family or his church or anything that he had going on. He had a lot of good things going for him locally, and he didn't want to quite drop all those things right away. So with the breaking up of Spitting Onions, Massillon Sid was actually about to lose their guitar player for a different project, and so they were a -1 guitar player, so I jumped in and filled the gap.
Chris and Ryland work, so we have to work around their schedules, and I do a lot of stuff. Like, I'm in the school band, and we do a lot of things after school. So it's kind of hard to line up everyone's schedules together, but it's not that bad. We usually get to practice in at least once or twice a week.
My musical influences are a lot like bands along the lines, mostly political, things like Anti-Flag, NoFX, going into older school bands like Dead Kennedys. And then I have a lot of influences from earlier on when I was younger. I used to listen to a lot of ska, like the Supertones, Five Iron Frenzy, the Insiders, Less Than Jake, Real Big Fish, stuff like that. Anything that's got a ripping guitar riff or a political message I dig, so I'm good with that.
My dad is a big one because he played with Joe Walsh, formerly of the Eagles and the James Gang. He used to go on the road a lot. So he was a big one. He started my musical career out. Another one, I'd say my probably biggest influence, the one that just drives me every time I hear the music, has to be David Bowie. David Bowie is one of my biggest influences. His movies inspire me, such as The Labyrinth. Willie Nelson, I really like his folk type of twang, and that really inspired me to do some more of a finger-licking guitar playing. Another big one would have to be the Aquabats. They're a very awesome band. I would also say that Iron Maiden, because I love Iron Maiden, just their style, just rock out.
My favorite part of being in the band is just playing with my 3 best friends in the world.
My son Sid just got a national distribution deal with Lumberjack Distribution, and we'll soon be in stores Hot Topic all across Ohio and probably other parts of the country. So that's pretty good for right now, but we hope to just keep getting out further and spreading our message to as many people as we can in the coming years, and just take it as far as God will let us take it.
You can go to our website. It's www.mysonsid.com. It's with a C, not an S. Remember that. And we have dates and stuff on there.
Now, my musical influences are The Used, like Sublime, Finch, Nirvana,
The Who, R.E.M., Pearl Jam,
Red Hot Chili Peppers, Atreyu, and New Found Glory.
Right now I'm here with Mike Owens, a salesperson at Canton Music Center. Mike, do you do any promoting of local bands here at Canton Music Center?
Yeah, actually we do. We post a billboard for all the local bands, and what they can do is bring in their posters and flyers and websites and things like that, post them up on the billboard. And since we're a music store, we get all the bands coming in and out, and they check the billboard periodically and see what's going on locally. Also, we supply sound for a lot of the bands, and I'm sure that's part of promotion and just little things like that we do here in store, besides having a full studio for the bands.
Is there any advice you could give to our viewers about starting any bands of their own, and are there any particular instruments that you recommend?
Well, like I said, we have a billboard for them to post information. Now, not necessarily all the time is it a flyer or something for a show. It could just be guitarist needed or bass player needed. So if you're looking to start a band, some of the things you probably would want to do would be get good enough to start a band, take a few lessons, buy the proper instruments, then maybe post a flyer, musician looking for band or looking for guitarist.
Seeing as though you have music videos on BET and have started from 50 to 100 local bands around here, what's your style of music?
What I do, the styles of music, would be considered like a contemporary R&B, real positive, uplifting music. The machine I use, I actually sold myself. It's a small home studio by Korg. I just got it set here. I can hit play and give you an idea of some of the stuff you can do with it. This would be ideal for any local band, any beginning band starting. It has every type of feature you could possibly imagine. It'd take me all day to talk about it, but here it is. Do you believe? 'Cause we wouldn't be.
I hope if you didn't know your facts on local bands, that today you may have a broader outlook. Check out Scene magazines to see if there are any shows coming up near you. Go to local music stores and look at their bulletin boards to see what they have to say. And most of all, don't forget to get your autographs, because they could be worth millions any day now. I'm Lauren Smith. This is Massillon Up Close.